What if the worst thing you ever did was the very thing that finally brought you home? This is a story Jesus told to people who thought they had God figured out. By the end, none of them did. Jerusalem, a Tuesday afternoon, and the religious leaders of Israel were having a very bad week. And this is the moment that changes everything, because Jesus doesn't ignore them. He doesn't argue with them. He tells them a story. The father in this story had built something, not just land, a life. He knew every worker by name. He knew when the rains were coming and when they weren't. He had given decades to this place, and he had 2 sons who would inherit all of it. Here's what you need to understand about what the younger son just said. In their culture, asking for your inheritance early was the same as saying, "I wish you were dead. I'm not waiting around for you to die. I want what's mine, and I want it now." He didn't even ask where his son was going, and for a while it did. He had money, so he had friends. He had freedom, so he had adventure. Every night was louder than the last, and every morning he told himself he deserved this. But money doesn't last forever, and neither do the friends it buys. For a Jewish young man, this was the lowest possible place. Pigs were unclean animals. Touching them made you ritually impure. Feeding them meant you had become invisible, beneath dignity, beneath consideration. The people who passed by didn't even see him anymore. And here, in this moment, in this disgusting place, something shifts. The Bible says he came to himself, which is a strange phrase, as if he had been someone else this whole time. As if the version of himself who demanded the money, who abandoned his father, who burned through everything that wasn't really him. And maybe that's the point. He practiced that speech for 3 days of walking. And when he finally came around the last curve of the road, when the estate came into view, he stopped. His throat tightened. He almost turned around. The father had been watching. Every evening, since the day his son left, he had come up to the roof and looked down the road, just in case. The son who had been dead was alive, and the father wasn't interested in a repayment plan. And here is the part of the story that most people skip over, because the older son's anger is not irrational. He stayed, he worked, he honored his father every single day for years. He never asked for anything. And in one afternoon, the brother who insulted their father, who wasted half the family's wealth, who vanished, that brother gets a celebration. Jesus stops the story there. He doesn't tell us what the older son decides. He leaves the door open, literally, and on purpose, because the story isn't really about which son was worse. It's about a father who runs, a father who watches the road, a father who, when he sees you coming, even from far away, even when you're a mess, even when you've squandered everything, doesn't wait for you to finish your apology before he puts his arms around you. This is the God that Jesus talked about, not the one waiting to punish, the one waiting at the gate, the one who has been watching the road